Oh, okay. The hello was a little forced, but that's okay. Okay, so plug the phone in. I'm gonna move the crap out of the way to put the phone where it's gotta go. Okay. Holy cow, that shouldn't hurt that much. All right. On the way to the chiropractor. And you are going along with me. Okay. Pants up. No. Hello, my pants are rolling. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Whatever. It's been a day already. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on because it is. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me over the air conditioner. I got this. I can do this. We can do this. It's really bright outside. And the sun just does something to my eyes. And it's like it's 10 times brighter than it really truly is. And I know that that's a little crazy. But whatever. It is what it is. The sun is really bright to me. I don't want you to... There we go. And so... I may be driving a little slower than normal today. I don't even know. I just know the sun is bright. Had a little bit of a rainstorm. Well, not even a storm. We had some rain that came down while the sun was just shining beautifully bright. And I just absorbed it. I love the rain right now. I don't know why. I don't know that if I care to know why. I just like the rain. It's very calming to me, and I need some calm. I've had a couple decently, well, they're not major. Well, I guess, I don't know. It depends on what your terminology of major is, and I guess it doesn't really stinking matter in the grand scheme of things. I had a couple anxiety attacks that were pretty bad for me. And looking back at them now that they're over, I mean, I had one last night that was so bad that I literally pressed my body against the wall and was rubbing the wall at my sides just to tell myself I was okay. And I know that the cause of it was not what I perceive it to be. I'll explain it. I'll just, quite frankly, I'll explain it. So what happened was I came home from my sister's. I'd spent the day with my sister and my two nieces and my great nieces and my nephew, and not the whole day, but part of the day. And I was talking to my sister about what I had taught at Ladies Retreat, more on a one-on-one with her, because she's had a stroke. And so her brain is just not functioning at 100%. And I just felt the need to have the one-on-one time with her. Well, I mean, one-on-two or whatever, because my niece took me up there. And then my other niece got off work and yada yada. I came home and I was already feeling very overstimulated because I had had an anxiety attack earlier in the day with my sister there and my niece is with me and my great niece with me, to the point that I hung up on a lady. I literally yelled at her and cursed at her and she was trying to give me money back. Like, for my car accident, I had to get a rental car. Insurance company would only pay so much of it. I gave them a deposit, and they were giving me money back. I was trying to ask this lady very pointed questions. Like, how much was the charge per day? How much was the tax? Blah, 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 blah. And she was not answering me. And she was talking rather quickly. And so I told her, I had to almost yell at her to get her to stop talking and let me get a word in edgewise. And I finally said, look, lady, I need you to stop talking. I am trying to tell you something, and it's a big deal. I have a brain injury. I am not comprehending what you are saying, so I need you to answer my questions so that I can get it through my brain in a way that my brain is understanding. Her response to that was to talk faster and louder. And she just kept going and going, and she wasn't answering my questions, and it was frustrating me. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm not comprehending. I've told you, I have a brain injury I'm dealing with. You're talking too fast. I'm not comprehending. So she started talking even louder, to the point I felt like she was raising her voice on the verge of yelling at me. She was still not answering my questions. My brain hit like a freaking overload, like a switch just went bink. And I just started, I guess it was more of an anxiety attack. But I just started, like, I couldn't breathe. My body was contorting like I needed to just protect myself. And I screamed at her and I said, what the F is wrong with you? Why are you not understanding the words coming out of my mouth? I have an injury. I'm not comprehending what you're saying. If you answer the freaking questions I'm asking you, my brain will comprehend it. And she wouldn't shut up, and she was talking over me. And I finally just said, call me back at another day. And I hung up on her. At the time I'm doing this, my sister's walking out of the place we were getting lunch. And she walks out, and she's just talking to me, and she's telling me to breathe, and she's asking me to explain what happened. And the lady calls back, and my sister took the phone and was like, no, we're not having this. She told you 3 times. She has a brain injury. Her brain is not at 100%. You are talking too fast. She has questions she needs answered. And if you're not going to answer them, you're not going to talk to her. If you want to talk to me, cool. If you don't, then call her back on another day. And so it took me, 10, 15 minutes to just calm down enough to just even breathe and feel like I wasn't racing, like I didn't want to run away. And I didn't want to jump through the phone and, like, punch the crap out of this lady. And so by the time I got home, I was exhausted mentally. I was very overstimulated. A lot of sounds, a lot of different smells. I mean, I don't mean smells in a bad way. I'm just saying I can smell things like people don't even understand. I could tell you what perfume you're wearing right now. I could tell you when the last time you washed your hair was, because I can smell your shampoo, which seems weird. So I think it was just overstimulation. So I get home, having a conversation with my husband. I was starting to get really hungry. I was already anxious because I just too much stimulation. And I was standing in the kitchen with my husband. And we had decided, okay, we weren't going to go out to eat. It was too late to defrost anything and cook. We didn't want to cook. We were just going to eat something quick and simple, throw water in it, and let's eat it. And I think I felt something coming on because I kept saying I was hangry. I was so hungry. I was to the point of being angry. But I had no idea it was going to turn out the way it did. Absolutely no idea. He literally gave me a choice. He said, do you want chicken or do you want beef? And I absolutely freaking lost it. my brain went blank, and I was staring at the kitchen counter, and I felt it coming on stronger, and that I was going to have an anxiety attack. And it was more of a panic attack because I was like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Leaning back on the wall, rubbing the wall to let myself know I'm okay. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I know that him asking me if I wanted chicken or beef isn't what set it off. But the point is that having to make such a simple decision, my brain just went stupid. I don't know that that's the right word. I'm not trying to be harsh to myself. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be, tell anybody that has anxiety attacks are stupid by any means. I'm saying I felt stupid. I feel like that should not have been something to just set me over the edge. I'm sobbing. My husband is like, not sure if he should laugh or if he should cry or if he should touch me. And he's laughing a little bit. So I started laughing at the ridiculousness of having this kind of a physical attack over chicken or beef. Literally, do you want chicken or do you want beef? And I just freaked. So he's laughing, I'm laughing. And then the laugh turns into terror. That I can't make up my mind and there's something wrong with me, and it turns into this self-defeating thing that just spiraled to the point I was mentally done for the rest of the day, and was at a point I just needed to shut it off. I need to shut off my emotions. I need to shut off my brain. Hit me in the head with a sledgehammer. Knock me the hell out. I needed it to stop. I have a medication that the doctor gave me that's supposed to help with that. He put me on Valium. He told me, take it at night so that I can shut my brain off. And I have taken it 2 or 3 times in the middle of the day when it's so bad I just need my brain to just stop. And I could not do it last night. I could not take it. Because when I wake up after being on the Valium, I'm foggy. It's like I'm in a bubble and I can't get out of the bubble. I don't comprehend things as well. I can't find the words in my head to come out my mouth that make any sense. Somebody could ask me a question and what comes out is frog, tornado, and hiccup. But in my head, it makes sense and you should understand. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy because, quite frankly, frog, tornado, and hiccup doesn't mean anything. But in my head, that's what I'm saying. I can't get the words that I want to say to reply that make any sense at all to anybody else. So I don't take the Valium. I don't like it. I wake up angry, like really angry. I am a coffee person. I'm kind of like one of those weird people. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Don't come to me and come at me. Don't ask me anything. Don't look at me. Don't smile at me until I've had my coffee. And if I take a Valium, coffee doesn't even help. It's like I'm in a bubble and nothing's getting through the bubble. Nothing's getting out of the bubble. And I'm just this angry mess of a person. So I'm going to the doctor's today. Well, to the collision center doctor. He's a medical doctor. And I have an appointment with him. And then as soon as I'm done talking to him, I go to the chiropractor. But they're in the same building, so that's a bonus. I go one building for everything. So much easier to remember where I'm going. And so that's where I'm going right now. That's why you're here with me. Because I'm having a hard time. Sorry, I gotta turn the air conditioner up. Maybe I need... Oh, how about you turn it on, Dinkodork? To go on my face. To cool me... Oh, I don't need it quite. Okay, sorry. I don't know how this is going to sound. I don't know if you can hear the air conditioning. But I'm just... There we go. It's really, truly not that hot outside. But I feel like I'm overstimulated all the time. Like if there's even a slight fluctuation in temperature, I'm either freezing my butt off or sweating my butt off. It's a beautiful day outside. Yes, it's a little overcast in places. There's a storm that is north of me that I really hope by the time I get home comes south so that I can see more rain and see the lightning and hear the thunder, and that's very calming to me right now. It's weird. At least it's weird to me because I've never really liked thunder and lightning, but I do right now. And so sounds are overstimulating to me. Light is my enemy. The sunlight is my enemy right now. Sunlight causes, I get a headache in the sunlight. And so I'm very fidgety with the sun visor to block out the sun. I couldn't find my sunglasses, or I would have my sunglasses on. However, I could not find them. So I'm going to have to get more sunglasses. I probably need to have 50 pair and pack them in 900 different, 50 different places or whatever, so that I always have a pair on me right now. But whatever, I couldn't find them, so I'm going. So, going to talk to the doctor about the medication. I don't know if it's a side effect or a reaction or whatever it is. I don't like this particular medication. I do not want to take it anymore. I need to talk to him about my anxiety attacks. I have not yet, at least in the last 2 weeks since I've been taking the medication he prescribed me, the muscle relaxers and the Valium, I feel like my anxiety attacks are a little more spread out. At one point in time, I don't know if it was just an entire anxiety day, or if I had 6 or 7 in a day. It just was so much in one day that I don't know where one stopped and the next one began. And that is exhausting. There's probably minimum of 2 days a week, sometimes 3, that I just can't function. I am safe in my house. I know my house is safe. I am the only one in my house. My husband's in my house. I'm safe. I'm fine. It should be my safety. And yet, there are days my safety is either my bed or my chair in the living room. I can get up and go into the kitchen to get something to eat, and I come right back to my chair or my bed. That's it. I don't feel safe in my living room unless I'm in my chair. I don't feel safe in my kitchen. I don't feel safe in my crafting room. And that, it's odd to me. I am a crafting type person. I am an artist. I like to do crafts. I like to paint. I like to do art. I like to create things. I like to take something somebody else made and copy it and make it better or make it my own. And I have absolutely no desire at all to do any of that right now. And so it's hard I feel like I am losing my sanity. And so I'm just kind of moment by moment, step by step, inch by inch, day by day, trying to figure out what I can do to just get my butt out of the chair. And so I need to talk to him about it. I need to be honest about the level of pain I'm in. I don't like talking about physical pain because 99% of the time you tell somebody in your pain, they just throw pills at you. And I don't like taking pills. I will do it right now because I do not have a choice. There's something going on. My body has to rest. My body has to relax in order to heal itself. My brain has to relax in order for my brain to heal itself. And I know this. So I am willing to take the pills he tells me to take because he told me that we're going to do pills for a certain amount of time, and past that time we're going to start getting off the pills. He's going to talk to me about more natural things I can do or eat or drink or whatever to help the pain lessen, to help the anxiety lessen, things like that. But I hide the physical pain to a certain degree because if I complain about every ache and pain I have, I feel like people are going to think I'm making it up. Oh, well, you look fine. It doesn't look like you're in pain. You're smiling. You're texting. You're laughing. You're making videos. You're driving. Oh, you got up and made yourself food. So how much pain can you really be in? Because people are that catty. They really are. And I hate that they are, but they are. And so when I go to the doctor, I don't tell him everything because I feel like he's not going to believe me and that he's going to think I'm pill seeking or whatever, who knows. And I know that this particular doctor will not do that. He's been in a couple car accidents that were fairly short, close together, and he had some of the same injuries. And so when I first saw him and I did this booklet of paperwork, explaining, where was the headrest? Where was your arm? Where was this? How was this? Tell me what happened. Tell me about this one. Tell me about that. I wrote it all down. It took me days to fill out this packet because it was just overload. Anyway, I showed him the packet and he says, "Why are you holding back?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, smile on my face. What do you mean?" And he says, I'm going to tell you now. I'm a doctor. I'm going to call you on your BS. I know that your neck is not at a level 4 pain. I know that. I've seen your x-rays. I've seen the CT scan. Something else is going on. Why are you not being honest with me? And I told him why. That I'm scared if I talk about every ache and pain that nobody's going to believe me. People are going to think I'm, faking it because they can't see it. And people are terrible. If they don't see a disability or an injury, you don't have one. And it's not everybody that does that, but it is a lot of people. And it's easier to forget that somebody has a brain injury when they don't see a physical manifestation of an injury. Even in my own family, people forget that I can't do everything I used to do 6 months ago. I can't do physically what I used to do 3 months ago. Not right now. And so I have to remember, this doctor will call me on my crap. He wants to hear about all my aches and pains, but I forget them. It happens, and then I forget that it happens. I'm just like, my brain can't, it's like I can't retain things at times. So I go to see him and I'm like, oh, I'm doing okay. Well, blah, 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 blah. So I literally had to write myself a list. Well, I wrote the list in a text message to my support group. I have these 4 ladies that all 5 of us are in this mass text together, group text, and we text every day, and we pray for each other, and we tell each other that we're okay. We can vent, we can yell, we can do whatever we need to do. Nobody judges anybody. Everybody is literally just there to support each other. And so while I was thinking about it, I wrote a text. I said, hey, can you guys pray for some clarity? I need to remember to tell the doctor these things. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm putting in a text message, hoping that, you know, I will remember that it's in a text so I can look at a list and make sure I say dot, 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 you know, for the doctor. And then I go downstairs and I ask my husband if he's coming with me to the doctor's today. And he has a massive migraine, so he is not, he couldn't go with me. And I told him I was okay with that. I'm okay to drive as long as I'm videotaping. So, hello. And he literally said, are you going to tell the doctor about chicken or beef? And I was like, oh, I forgot to put that in my note. I forgot to write that down. Well, I'm late leaving and I have to get to the doctor's. So I'm just like, well, you know, maybe if I talk about it in the car on the video, that'll keep it in the forefront of my brain and I will remember. Even if all I remember is the word chicken or beef, I will remember the situation and what happened. Because I need him. Go, lady. Go, lady. I'm not nice very often in the car, but I'm not going to sit here forever. So, oh, you are a turd butthole. Okay, whatever. That was just stupid, but you can't even see this lady. She is literally like, there's 4 lanes of traffic and she's just sitting like this and all the traffic is going this way. She's just right in the middle. Anywho, I digress. Who cares? So I'm hoping that me talking about this on the video helps me remember to say something to the doctor about it, because it was a panic attack, anxiety attack. Maybe they were squished together. I don't know. I think that one was more of a panic. But the fact that I was panicking over chicken or beef, and I'm sure that's not what I was panicking over. It was just overstimulation. But that's what brought it to light, if that makes sense. And so, yeah. I do not like exposing myself to people. Being vulnerable and telling people, you know, I'm having anxiety attacks, I'm having a panic attack, and tell you the details. I don't like doing that. But right now, I am attempting to open up on YouTube because it's going to help me just to even talk about it and get it out of my head. My hope is that it helps somebody else understand what anxiety is, or panic attacks are, or depression, or whatever it is. My hope is that if somebody else is going through something similar, maybe this helps them. Maybe somebody who has been here and has a good coping mechanism that they want to share with me, and it will help me get better. I don't know. I just know that my 3 favorite YouTubers, you know, all suffer from the same issues. They suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and yada, 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 yada. And they do it every day. They don't post every day, but they do videos. They talk about it in their videos, and it has helped me. So my hope is that me talking about it in my channel will as well help someone else, and in turn eventually help me. So I don't know if that's what's gonna happen or not, but there you have it. That's why I'm making these videos. So I am at the doctor's office so I can get out of the car, go see the doctor, and I will be back when I'm done with the doctors. Bye.